I sell electronics on eBay, and each time I hear someone talking about scammers or being scammed, it's particularly very interesting for me. I want to take a look. I want to quickly hear if I can get a tip or two. And a few days ago, I was looking at a video on YouTube, and first of all, a very big shout out to Shed Flips, and the title of the video was worried about scammers on eBay. That naturally piqued my interest, and a big shout out to Shed Flips. You guys are doing a very great job for the information you are putting out there. I want to say a very big thank you. You see, I've been selling on eBay since 2013, and this is a very, very long time for one to have experienced a lot of stuff. You see, I sell electronics, mainly computers, laptops, phones, name it, network devices, and all those things. And the peculiar nature of electronics are that they are just interesting to scammers. These items are expensive, and naturally, a scammer wants to maximize his effort, which is, I don't want to believe that a scammer will put a lot of time trying to scam a seller of 10 euros or $10. I'm not trying to dismiss those that sell $10 products. There are also peculiar problems to you when you sell $10 items. But electronics in itself, they are very expensive. The Apple products are particularly very interesting to scammers. You see, if you sell phones, if you sell laptops, these items sometimes they are $300, $400, $500. A computer like this one I'm packing right now is $370, including shipping. So these items naturally is worth the time of a professional scammer. See, he or she thinks that, okay, if I can do this one transaction, I could pretty much get a lot of money. And this is why these items are naturally interesting to scammers. But I've been selling on eBay since 2013, and I'm happy to declare to you that I have never been scammed. No scammer has attempted to scam me, and all what I have done prior to this time, I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. You see, when I started selling on eBay a long time ago, I was just like you. You see, I had the same fears that you have right now. I was scared. What if someone buys my stuff and he or she wants to use the classical scamming method, which is someone buys your stuff, he or she receives it. Yes, I don't want the item, I want to return it, but then the scammer has sent you a different item than that which you sent to him or her. All right? So this is a classical scamming method. The other scamming method, which I've also heard about, is someone buys your stuff, person receives it, and then goes on eBay to say the item wasn't delivered. And then even though there's a tracking number, sometimes it is what it is. The tracking number says the item is delivered, but the buyer says, I didn't receive anything, and then you just keep going back and front, and at the end of the day, you are scammed of your money. You see, these fears are real. And when I started selling on eBay, I also had this kind of fears. I had fears, what if somebody will buy my Apple products? What if somebody will buy a laptop, a MacBook Pro, a Fujitsu, a Lenovo PC, whatever it is, and then the person just tries to scam me? I was really scared. Believe me, I had the same fears like you have right now. But then I also took a lot of steps to ensure that I protected myself. At the time, I felt like this was what was supposed to be done. Sometimes I had to make photos. Sometimes I had to make videos of me shipping out these items. So each time I wanted to ship out an item, I plug my phone, put on my camera, try to record myself, practically taking the item from the shelf and then bringing it to the packet and taping it up. Sometimes making photos of the serial number, and believe me, this was just what I felt was necessary for me to protect my items, so that in the event of being scammed, I could refer back to these videos or these photos as an evidence that these items were actually sent out to the buyer. But then, when I was selling 1 or 2 items a day, this wasn't a problem, I was able to make these videos. But as the business kept getting bigger, getting more traffic, selling more items, documenting this whole process pretty soon became a little bit of a hassle to make these videos, to document this stuff. You see, and then gradually I had no motivation to make these videos anymore, especially when you read on some of the forums and you realize that in the event of being scammed or in the event of you having a problem with a buyer, these videos doesn't suffice, doesn't mean anything, because somebody's going to make a claim to say, these videos were made by you yourself alone. So why are you tendering it as an evidence? Nobody knows if you doctored this video. So it just made no sense at the end of the day. So when I started realizing this, I had zero motivations to continue to make these videos. And then gradually this whole process of me documenting whatever I was sending out just naturally was dying out. And I just kept thinking that, look, This made no sense. My phone memory was getting full. My laptop, so I had a lot of folders, different buyer names, different videos, different pictures. At the end of the day, I just said, you know what? This wasn't working. And exactly how I started taking a different mindset towards this whole problem is exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you. So what did I do? Gradually, I started realizing that, look, there's definitely something much better to pursue rather than you just making videos of your items, you documenting the serial number, the product number, and so on and so forth. You see, instead of you burning yourself out trying to think and worry about the scammers, there's a much better thing for you to pursue as a seller on eBay. Yes, eBay has a lot of processes, eBay has a lot of programs in place, and these programs, some are intended to protect us as sellers. There's a seller protection thing, never really used it, but one thing I do know, if a professional scammer is out to hit you or your account, there is nothing that can stop such a scammer. You see, it doesn't matter how many programs eBay has put in place. I really do feel that if somebody has set out to say, you know, this account today, we're going to try to buy from this account with the aim of scamming this account. There's nothing you can actually do to protect your items from being the radar of such a scammer. But the thing you can actually do to make sure you have less headache when you sell on eBay is this: focus more on being a true seller on the platform. What does that mean? You have set out to sell on eBay, do the work, put in all your best. What does that mean? You have set out to sell on eBay, put in your best. Send out your items responsibly to the buyers. Send out your items timely. Make sure you are giving quality items to people that buy your stuff, and gradually begin to get positive reviews from these people. It comes naturally. If you are sending out good stuff, have a process for communicating with your buyers. Tell them, look, you have received these items. If these items are good, could you please leave me a review on eBay? You are not asking for a positive review. You are just saying, if the item in this case has met your needs, do me a favor, go ahead and leave me a review. Because the more you begin to get these reviews, you are making sure that your account stays healthy on eBay. If a customer wants to initiate a return, go ahead, answer to the return promptly. And as you keep doing all these things, you're going to be making sure that your account stays healthy. You are gathering for yourself a very good history on eBay. I've been selling since 2013 on eBay. Never once had a problem with a buyer. Never once had need to make recourse to eBay programs like the seller protection or whatnot. If somebody wants to return my item, immediately I issue a return label and the item comes to me. As soon as I receive it, I go ahead and issue a refund. You see, making sure that my account stays healthy. A long time ago, I lost my top rated seller status on eBay. I did everything I could to make sure that I went back to being a top rated seller on the platform. You see, if you are doing all these things, definitely you are going to be worrying less about you being scammed. And let's say you have done your best. Because like I said, and like Flip also said, there's pretty much nothing you can do about this problem. This problem is an age-long problem. But let's say you are putting in the reps every day, you are doing what you have to do. The system, the eBay system, sees that you are a responsible seller and you have accumulated for yourself a very good history, positive reviews, buyers are satisfied, and all those stuff. Let's say you are finally scammed or someone has tried to scam you. When you go ahead to eBay to make a complaint, I want to believe that because there's a human face behind this whole eBay investigation or investigative process, they're definitely going to call up your account and take a look, see what you have been doing on the platform, and then also take a look at the account that is trying to scam you. One thing you have to understand is that most of these scammers, they tend to come with a new account. There's nobody that's going to try to scam you with a 10-year-old account. Most of these scammer accounts are definitely going to be like 2 months old, 1 month old, sometimes even a day old account. You see, whoever is responsible for this investigation on eBay is definitely going to call up your account and take a look and say, oh, this seller has been with us for 10 years. This seller has been with us for 5 years. This seller has been with us for 6 years. And the seller has been doing the same thing, selling the same category, never had any problem. And this buyer is here, a new account, no history, no reviews, nothing whatsoever, against an account that is established on eBay, that has very good positive reviews, that has been sending out items. eBay is definitely going to make a decision, and I want to believe that the decision in this case will be in such a way that will be favorable to a seller that has put in the reps on the platform, that has shown to be very responsible over the years. So as soon as I realized this, I had less stress having to think of being scammed or scammers on the platform. I just kept putting my effort in making sure that I am doing a very decent job on the platform. I sell good products. I try to ship out my items timely and responsibly, and this, strangely enough, has helped me up till this day. And let's say I have an issue today with a seller, I'm just going to write eBay and say, look, eBay, I have been here since 2013. I have never had any issue with anybody, and this is the first time I'm making a claim like this. Please take a close look, and believe me, these guys are going to investigate these things and hopefully come up with a decision that will be favorable to you as a seller, given that you are long established on the platform. So this mindset really helped me to stay focused, and it has just been helping me ever since to really stay motivated to sell on the platform without having to worry if I will be scammed, how I will be scammed, or something like this. Yes, you could make a lot of money selling electronics. It's just what it is. If the business model is also very good, expect that there will also be risk side of it, which is you sell electronics are expensive, they are also very interesting to scammers. But then if you want to be in business, the first thing that you have to bring to the table is that you have to be risk adverse. You cannot expect to be in business doing high volumes and be scared of anything that looks risky or loaded with risk. You see, electronics or electronic items are known to have very good profit margin. So also is the fact that yes, there are also risk side of it. You could lose money, you could easily be scammed. You also expect to put in a lot of work, but then it is what it is. If you want to make a lot of money, be ready also to face a lot of risk and to put in the amount of work that is necessary. So I hope this video helps you. This is my 2 cents on the issue of scammers or being scammed on eBay. If it does help you, go ahead and click on the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until I see you again, peace.